Hi, I'm Rob, it's Guild Wars War 2, and today it's Purple Day, so you get more points by making sure all your troops use purple. And the first opponent versus Death Dealers is Blackbird Soup. And we have Leonis Tower, Centurion, a Boreal Crystal, and Enraged Kurandara. Right, some problems in this team. As in for me, not for them. This is a good team. Leonis Tower is invulnerable, so it's immune to literally everything. Not even Zul'Goth can destroy that. Reduced damage from skulls by 50% makes it difficult to kill. And it does damage to the first two enemies, stuns them, and gains barrier. So, that is a pain. Centurion is a really good troop for charging up your troops really fast. As well as that, you get a 10% chance to devour a random enemy, plus 10% for each wildcard on the board. It converts all skulls to ×2 wildcards, can charge yourself up again, then have a better chance of getting the devour, because there's going to be some wildcards left behind sometimes. So that is extremely good. Our Boreal Crystal is going to explode a load of green gems, charging up the team. That's going to charge up their boss at the bottom there, and grants a random status effect to all elementals, then summons an elemental. There's the summon, which is the thing about that, which can be awkward, because when it's in third place, even if you kill, say, the first opponent, or indeed the second one as well, then if it keeps on getting charged up, you keep on getting replacements, which you don't want a long game like that. You want it to be over nice and quick. An Enraged Kurandara at the bottom deals damage to all enemies, boosted by Doom Skulls, then converts yellow to Doom Skulls, and conjures a Doom Storm, as well as has a 40% chance to curse all enemies when my turn begins, and again is invulnerable, so not even Zul'Goth can kill this thing. So this is not the right team here. This is just the one that starts off as my basic normal go-to purple team, but it's not going to work for this one. All we're going to be doing is not doing anything to that Leonis Tower. If we target it, yeah, we could take out Centurion nice and quickly, but then we'd just be creating skulls, which if they miss, they're going to set up their Leonis Tower. So this team is no good for this. The Arboreal Crystal is +9. That means it's, that where it says tangling there next to vital, that means it's going to entangle as well when it casts. So if they get to cast that, it'll be even worse for this team. So my first troop will be entangled. So yeah, I'm going to change teams. What I'm going to do first is check on their bottom two troops, because I have a plan, I have a team set up for this sort of situation. I'm going to check out their life. So that one's got 119 life, and Kurandara 102 life. So I've got to remember that, 102 and 119. Now I'm going to go to my team which is designed for this kind of thing, and for this one I have Visara in first place, because she is a siege breaker and as such does extra damage to towers. So she can destroy the tower really quickly. Lets me get into the bulk of their team and nice and fast if I can get her charged up. And she's really good as well. She's fantastic for this because she also has charm. When you charm someone, a charmed troop deals its attack as damage to the troops above and below. So you're guaranteed some decent extra damage to the other troops after that as well. So I'll try and get rid of their tower quickly with that. And then we had 102 and 119 life on the other two troops. So the combination here of life and death and Heraclean Weaver, if my damage I do is above 119, then I'm guaranteed to take out those two troops when I cast life and death and Heraclean Weaver back to back. Or indeed, life and death twice, whichever happens first. But here we have 61 life on that, so that's good. And Heraclean Weaver does 66, so that's 127. So yes, that is enough. In fact, it's more than enough. In fact, that is 8 more. And I have got 2 Noishas on. So I think I can actually remove a Noisha medal and still have enough in the bank to kill them with a single cast each. I'm just going to check that. Yeah, I do. Right, so I'm going to swap that for a Medal of Orpheus, because if they get to cast their Arboreal Crystal, my top troop will be entangled. And that gives me a better chance of getting it cleared off. Right, so let's double check this. This should still be now 119 total. So 57. Oh god, that's exactly 119. How about that? Yes, so right, perfect. And then we use Leprechaun to obviously fast start my team. So that is the plan for this. Just going to check my banner. A +2 purple. That doesn't look right to me. Is it right? Do we use anything? Hang on. Let's see if we use all the colours. Red, purple, brown. Don't use blue. Hang on. Let's see what's going on here. That's actually very good. Just going to get Visara charged up nice and fast. Any brown will go onto my life and death. And if I lose my Visara, then basically I gain lots of colours for my life and death. Right. Just going to check my talents. Serendipity. Yes, well read. I don't think these ones are particularly relevant. Anti-magic sphere is good. Tactician, yes, because I don't need that because I've already got it in Geomancer class. Rock Solid is excellent. Stone Mastery, don't need that. It's not essential. I'd rather gain in. Oh no, I'm going to get Enchanted when I cast Life and Death anyway. Because it is blessed. And Fortitude. Right, good to go. Finally. Right, let's hope for a better set of games than yesterday. I had some rotten RNG yesterday. Right, let's take a little look around, see if we can generate any sort of 4 matches anywhere. If not, there is a nice smattering of green all over the place, which means we're guaranteed some nice mana gen for our team from a Leprechaun. No way of taking that green out. No, not seeing a 4 match anywhere. So let's go Leprechaun. We've got nothing else after that at all, never mind. Right, so now we can give their tower a bash. That's what we're going to do. So 150, 171. So it's going to need 1 hit and then a skull bash. I can get my life and death up at the same time now. Which I might do rather than let the Arboreal Crystal grab that purple, which it might well do otherwise. They can still get the blue, but if they get the blue, it's going to go on their Leonis tower. So I will do that. I'm now going to take this hit. Oh, we've lost our triple skull stuff because our triple damage because we got stunned. Right, but it doesn't protect it from the spell, so we'll do that anyway. Because we've got time. The Leonis tower is nearly ready again, but we'll take out them. Now we've got 2 casts now. Like I said, we can cast Life and Death. When you cast Life and Death in Arachnian Weaver, if you're going to kill the enemy, you always cast Life and Death first, and then Arachnian Weaver second, because if an enemy dies, you explode 15 gems. I can take that hit from Centurion, so I'm going to cast Life and Death. Now let's get rid of their bottom 2 troops. They got a backup. We can deal with that. Let's cast Life and Death again. That's that explosion from Arachnian Weaver. We got all that mana gen for us. That was really handy. Let's give them a wallop, and they died anyway. So, yep, made short work of that team in the end. Nice start. Long may it continue. Boom shakalaka. 3,237 points. Alright, battle 2 is against Matt 91080. And we're up against Web Spinner, Herald of Damnation, Eldritch Minion, and Doomed Chronicle. Skull-based team this. Good team score. 20,080. Web Spinner is going to do a triple skull damage. That's going to be seriously painful. Delivering 76 attack as well. Wow. Crikey, that's going to be like 220 odd damage? Struth. Crikey, this is nearly one shot in my team here with that damage if I let that happen. Doomed Chronicle as well is going to do a decent amount of scatter damage, but then it creates purple gems and skulls for every purple enemy. This is going to be really dangerous with that web spinner. I have to get a way to make that quiet. And Herald of Damnation converts blue to purple, which charges up their weapon, and Eldritch Minion converts brown to purple as well. So yeah, so you got these two starting with full mana, and if they get anything at all, it's going to charge this, which is going to create tons of purple, tons of skulls, and almost one hit from this is going to kill our team. Right, now then, got the stats on these. See, 168 life. I was thinking true damage team, but it's going to take too long. What's this player's level? Oh, 1,776. See, I've heard it said before that the player level doesn't mean much. It's what you do with the team. It does matter. It seriously does. Because that player level there, what that basically means is not only is their stats higher as you go up slowly but steadily in level, but because you are that level, your kingdom level is going to be higher. You get different bonuses from that. And it all aids your stats. So that is a serious amount of armor and life to this team. So I've got to do something which is not this team. So that's not going to work. I need something quicker than that. What's that one? No, that's something different. I'm going to have to go with this one, I think, but I am going to change the class. This is where the class can make the difference between winning and losing. Absolutely 100%. I'm going to go to Archer class. And the reason is, start battles with 50%, which is handy, but absolutely essential against this team, is that the first troop starts out root trapped. I didn't see a cleanse in their team. I don't think there is one. I'll check the champion talents just to be sure there's no chance of that. But basically, they're going to be root trapped from the start, which means even if they do get to cast their weapon, or they get those empowered troops up and manage to cast them, then basically we should be safe unless they get a really lucky cleanse. These other ones are okay. Yeah. A lot of the others aren't much cop, but this one is absolutely essential, so I'm going to go with this. Absolutely. Right, banner for this one, +2 purple, +1 red, -1 yellow. The idea is we cast Leprechaun if we don't get any natural matches. That charges up our Thrall, who charges up our Zul, who kills stuff. And then if we need a backup, we can explode the Obsidian Libram, which explodes a load of gems, then has a summon at the same time. So yeah, I'm going to roll with this team, I think. Archer class, just to make sure they don't have a cleanse anywhere, and I presume they're going to be stealthy. Yeah. So still could be tricky, because I've still got to get through these three before I get to their book. But providing I can keep killing stuff quickly, should be okay. It's getting rid of web spinner and that triple damage, which is the key to this. I'm entangled at the start, but I have got a Medal of Orpheus on. An Arnu and an Orpheus for this. So, I'm going to check their conversions first, because you can get them to sometimes effectively waste their turn if there's nothing there. Blue to purple. Right, they've got a 3 match there. Another one there. That is already a little bit too much. Don't want them getting any benefit really if I can. Convert all brown to purple on the other one. But you don't know which one they're going to cast, you see. See, brown to purple is okay. If they cast brown to purple, that is a total waste. They're not going to get much from that at all. That would actually set me up for a nice 4 match on purple, which will charge my Thrall. The danger of casting Leprechaun is you don't know what's going to happen to the board. You could cast that, get some mana for yourself, but completely set them up. At least this way round, there is an element of control about what is going to happen. Right, so brown to purple is okay. I'm a little bit worried about this blue to purple though. And I want to see if I can change it. I don't think there's any mana I can take. Which is going to adjust it. I can take this here. It's going to drop that one out of the way and only give them that blue to purple. This is an important move. This first move, I'm going to take my time. Get a cup of tea, have a biscuit, stroke the cat. Do what you like, but this could make or break this game absolutely straight away. Could leave them that. They could take that, but they're only got a 10% chance of being cleansed. There's no purple for me to naturally take either to get my Thrall up. Yeah, this is a slightly tricky situation. Right, the enemy is entangled. If you do something like get some mana, there's not a lot that I would like to take, and you do set them up on these two empowered troops, then we're still ahead of the game technically because they're still only on a 10% chance to get cleansed. So I'm going to cast Leprechaun. We got lucky. Got a 4-match out of that. Now let's check again. Blue to purple. Yep, very good for them there. Could take that with blue, of course. So I need blue for Zool. I could take that to stop that. Still get a 3-match there. The other one is brown to purple. And that is not too bad, just that one there. But if I cast this now, I'm guaranteed to get my Zool up. Let's do this. Right, that was pretty good. Didn't get the skull hits, obviously, because we are entangled as well. I'm going to take these now, because if we get any more skulls drop down, that helps Zool's spell. Now, I can't target the bottom troop, so got to decide who I want to get rid of first. The danger is, you want to get rid of Web Spinner in a way, even though it's entangled. If that cleanses off, then you could be in a lot of trouble. So I'm not going to overthink this. I think I'm going to get rid of their Web Spinner, but I'm going to double check this first, because if they get their weapon up, that's still going to generate an absolute ton of skulls, and this second troop is not entangled. So they are hunters marked. So if we get another skull here after this, when we cast Zool, no, it won't make any difference because we're entangled. You have to think about a lot of things on these games sometimes, but that's why I like it. So blue to purple. Let's see what's going on first. Well, see, blue to purple is not a good cast for them. And brown to purple is really good. So I'm going to take out that one. I'm going to chance it that they're not going to get cleansed absolutely immediately from this, and they didn't. This gives me a chance to cast my Thrall again. Now we're in a much better situation. My Thrall is still entangled, but let's still tempted to get rid of their Web Spinner now, but no, I'm going to get rid of that one. That's worked out good. Let's cast Thrall again. Now their hero is bashable. They're looking for purple. They are hunters marked, but we're still entangled. We've still not been cleansed off. So let's go for this, see if we can get some Zool. Job done. It worked out good in the end. It was 1,368 Guild Wars points. Right, fight 3 is against Shelley. Drowned Sailor, Zulgoth, Herald of Damnation, Jar of Eyes in Thief class. Presume they're going to be stealthy. Yes. But nothing to worry about at the start like Root Trap or anything like that. Herald of Damnation is going to convert blue to purple. Drowned Sailor convert yellow to blue. Both for the benefit of Zulgoth, who just kills someone. So let's have a race. Let's see who can get their Zulgoth charged up first and deliver some death straight away. But not with this class. I don't need to worry about entangling them at the start anymore. So what I'm going to do is keep the same team, but I'm going to change this to Elementalist class. Let's equip that. Get that awesome third trait, stun, freeze, burn, and entangle a random enemy when matching 4 or more gems. I'll just make sure these are right. Snap, freeze, yes. Insulated, stone circle, watery binding, rock solid, yep. Water mastery, yes. Don't want lightning strike. Want more control over the 4 matches when they happen, or the ability to create one if I get one and there's another one there with the elementalist effect. You're going to burn, freeze, entangle, etc. somebody else as well, rather than just explode another random gem. All right, let's jump in. Same idea. Check their conversions first. If they're safe, we can let them do it. If they're not safe, we can try and mess them up. And if we can't mess them up, we can cast Leprechaun and hope for the best. So yellow to blue, what you got? Yellow to blue, yellow to blue. Nothing doing there. Yellow to blue. Yellow to blue is fine and dandy. Blue to purple. Nothing, 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 nothing. Right, so nothing on their conversion, so that is good. So what I want to do is take something which has the least effect on changing the board. I'd rather take something from the top if I could, because in an ideal world I'd take this, because that's not going to adjust everything further down, and that's when things can get a bit hairy, because this is the only sensible move it looks like I can make, really. But it's going to be trickier to predict what is going to happen with the stuff above it. I take that, drops basically everything above this down by 1. So that's all changing, coming down to line up with that one. Still is just about okay. In fact, that would set me up for a blue 4 match, so that is good. Blue to purple. If I take that, remove the purple, I think that is okay as well. So I think we're okay. Yeah, there we go. There's that. For match, you have to be quite a visual person, if that makes any sense, to work out these drops. Sometimes you have to be able to imagine something disappearing and then whatever it is else, in this case above it, all dropping down by just 1. So we'll take the 4 matches first because we get the elementalist effect. This is what I mean about not having the lightning strike as well. Lightning strike could have ruined something somewhere else, but in fact it wouldn't have had any effect because I think it explodes a yellow gem. So we've got the top troop entangled now. This is good. There's no need to actually cast Thrall right now. Not if I don't want to, because we can easily get our Zool up. But only guaranteed if I get that purple. And I've got +1 blue as well. Could get it that way. Still got to keep a beady eye out for these, because blue to purple When they can cast that one first, it creates all this colour, which the other one then has a much better chance of getting. So, in order to mess up the board, I will cast Thrall because I have a chance of an extra turn, which did happen. And this is why it's important to win the race of getting your Zords up, because we can now get rid of theirs, and that was almost entirely what their team was about. So apart from Jar of Eyes being annoying getting a summon, we can now concentrate on getting the team up. Now when you got Obsidian, Libram up and Leprechaun at the same time, you just got to make a judgment call on what is best. There's a decent amount of green there for Leprechaun, but this is going to just explode loads and get a lot of mana for the team. There you go, Zords up again. Get rid of that Jar of Eyes, but has a chance to make a summon and just bash their team. That was nice and comfortable. Sorry, Shelley. Only a bit though, not a lot. A little bit. That was 1,527 Guild Wars points. Battle 4 was against Crisp Purpose, the champion. Ares, Rope Dart, Mercy, Moon Rabbit. Moon Rabbit, converting all blue to yellow, giving life to all other allies, then bless the first ally. So no point starting off with a root trap or anything like that. They're going to get cleansed. In fact, there's a double cleanse here because Mercy's here too. Give life to the weakest ally, transform a purple to yellow. So converting to yellow here for their Rope Dart and their Ares. It's a pretty good combination actually, because Ares is going to give us a massive headbutt, do a lot of damage, and then Rope Dart doing true damage, because this is going to be fully charged up and has an extra turn. Eliminates all armor from an enemy, deals damage and pulls them to first and entangles them at the same time. And any 4 matches, they're going to get that elemental force effect. But it's not going to be stealthy in Elementalist class because there's no such thing. So in that case, I'm going to go for the same team again. Try and take out their Rope Dart nice and fast. And there's not a lot of green there for my Leprechaun, which is a bit of a shambles, but hey ho, let's have a look. Transform purple to yellow. Safe, 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 safe. So that's alright. And the rabbit, blue to yellow. 3 match. And a second 3 match, and that is it. Right, not too bad, and there's not a massive amount of benefit to me casting my Leprechaun. That blue to yellow there will be moved. If I take this red here, I'll get that from my Zorgoth, and I'll get some blue at the same time. Don't know what's going to drop down after that, but hey ho, you have to just roll with this stuff sometimes, see what happens. Now there's a good smattering of green everywhere, but you have to be wary of this now. This is the benefit of doing it that way round. You now get blue to yellow, and this is where there is a lot of those there now, so that would work really well. This is the benefit of holding on to my cast of my Leprechaun. The green are nicely splattered around, so I'm going to change the board a lot. You do have to rely on a little bit of luck when you do that, but it's under our control to a certain degree. Our Zorl is up. Let's grab this brown first, see if we can get the hero entangled, etc. as well. But now let's get rid of their Rope Dart. That was a nice hit on that. And again, may as well get this, see if we get a 4 match skull drop down. Grab that for our Zorl. This is going to be a nice 4 match skull hit when I collect this yellow. Let's cast our Thrall. Let's speedily get our team ready again and make the most of it while their troops are entangled. They could get cleansed. Who should we get rid of? Let's get rid of Rabbit first because he gives bless and stuff like that. Let's get rid of that while we can, and then see if we can charge up our Zul. The cool thing about the Elementalist effect is, obviously, when you're down to the last enemy, it's literally just them. It can't go on anybody else. Shall I do that or charge up my Zul? Let's get it done quickly. Let's cast my Libram. Got a nice hit anyway. And that is the end of Mercy. And that was 1,638 points. Last battle, Battle 5 is against King, who is the Paragon. Leonis Tower, Trick and Treat, Enraged Kurandara Leprechaun team. Tricky to beat. Leonis Tower, as we fought earlier, immune to all status effects. Basically invulnerable, as it says. Not even Zul'Goth can kill it. Deals damage to the first two enemies, stuns them, and gets a barrier. Trick and Treat is a really awkward weapon. When it's down to just this on its own, it can almost win games on its own. It's really, really good. Inflicts all negative status effects on an enemy and grants itself all the positive ones, which obviously include Enchanted. So unless you can get rid of it really quickly, it just keeps on casting, entangling, freezing, death marking, burning, etc. someone on your team while being pretty much safe itself, because it's going to get cleansed and enchanted and everything else the good stuff does. So that is a really, really good weapon. But we are not going to be able to target it because it's going to be stealthy. Yep. Enraged Kurandara, again, invulnerable. Deals damage to all enemies, converts yellow to Doomskulls, and Leprechaun charging up the team nice and quickly. So, I'm going to go with this team, I think, for this again. It seems from the team one I used earlier. Try and take out the tower nice and quick. Lets me get to work on their Trick and Treat. With the Reckoning Weaver and Life and Death. Hopefully attacking these two. Geomancer. Well read. Tactician. Rock Solid, yes. Stone Mastery, yes. Fortitude, yes. Immune to stun, that is important. Right. Elementalist class would work in this in a similar sort of way, but basically 2 out of their team are immune to the effect. So even if you've got a 4 match, you've only got a 50-50 chance of it going on somebody where you want it to go on. So I'm just going to go with this one and see what happens. We've got a nice purple there, which we will get. Not a huge amount of green everywhere, but it's still worth a cast. Yep, okay. Let's grab this first. That's got our Weaver up. Grab this anyway, because we're going to get that for our Leprechaun, who could be very handy for a second cast. We are entangled, so that's not going to do anything to their tower, but still want to cast this because it's still going to do a decent amount of damage to their tower and charm an opponent. Don't mind giving them one hit of that if they decide to take it, or they're gone anyway. We'll take that anyway. So we have to, and they got a spider. But now let's get some life and death stuff going on with our Arachnian Weaver. Their Trick and Treat is ready to do its stuff. Not going to be killing anybody just yet, so we'll cast Arachnian Weaver again. Oh, and they put it on the only thing I didn't want to go on, which is my hero. Ah. Such is the way. Right, it's not much green there. And what's around the green is mostly colours I don't use. Ordinarily you'd want to get your hero back up again. Alright, let's try and generate something. See, trick and treat's such a problem, especially in Allbreather, when you get that 35% chance to summon a giant spider when I take damage. You kind of need to take that in a way. Need to get my Weaver up to get these two out of the way, and then that becomes one of the last two, so I can start bashing on that. Okay. This is going to be a yellow match and a skull hit, so I think I better do that. But no mana surge again. Come on, game. Stop messing me around. Be nice. So now no. Oh, we've got yellow over here. This is guaranteed. I think I'm going to do that. Right, now Weaver, get rid of those last two, generate lots of mana please, and any chance of cleansing my hero anytime soon would be nice. That doesn't use yellow, maybe it does that, so we can collect this. Right, I do have a skull hit now. I think I have to take this because that gets me down to their hero. We are frozen on brown though, so no real point in taking that. If I take it this way, this is going to explode that Doom Skull, which is going to mess up this side of the board anyway. Oh, hero. You are nothing of the sort. You've let me down. The last hurdle. Alright, I need to get my Weaver up. Come on, let's have a mana surge here and there. Any chance of that? Trouble is now, it's only going to take away the barrier at first on the Arachnian Weaver, so you don't want to cast it yet. You want to get something else first. The trouble is, it gets well on its way to getting cast really quick. There's a trick and treat. What we got here? Rock. 53 damage to an enemy, gain 53 attack and life, one cast only. It's not diabolical. What is diabolical is the fact that there's no mana colours there that I can basically use. That is super diabolical. There's no red for them either, no yellow for them either, no purple for them either. If I cast my Arachnian Weaver, all I'm doing is taking away the barrier. That is kind of wasteful. Let's take that one. Okay, that's not too bad. I can take away the barrier now. Right, at least we're going to target the last two now. No, he's not, because he's going to get a barrier back. Oh, you annoying, tricking, treating thing. Right, it's only just started, so I'm going to do that because at least we're going to have time this time to get our Arachnian Weaver up again. Right, I don't want them getting too much purple from this, so I'll take that. And party. Grab some of that. Getting the Weaver up is more important than getting these skull hits, because if every time it gets the cast, basically it gets a barrier. It's like an irritant that is hard to scratch, whatever that is. I'd rather take them hits than... Oh, it's ready to cast again. Struth. can't remember if it was this fight or one earlier where I said that Trick and Treat is capable of winning battles pretty much on its own, and this is exactly what I mean. It's an absolute nightmare. Get 2 lots of purple this time, so I'll do that. At least that's got it up again. Right. We're sort of getting there slowly but surely, but wow. It's a battle of attrition right now. It's about to be ready to cast again. Oh, Reaver's going to be ready again. Right, let's get this one, I suppose. At least, is the bottom one going to die? Not quite. Typical. Just got to roll with it. Hope we can pull through somehow. It's not being kind though. 3, come on, not even a mana surge. And they get charged up immediately and get a bonus skull hit. Not bad. Not bad. No, I've got a funny feeling this one's going to end up with a loss. All the while Trick and Treat keeps on getting charged up. And it keeps on not deciding to give me my mana colours. Is that literally the only thing I can do? Always makes me feel like the game is controlled when you get things like this, like all the colours on the board with only one possible choice. It's like, yeah, go on then, you do what you wanted to do. But we'll see if we can roll through it. Not like that we want. Anyway, another defeat, so oh well. As I said, Trick and Treat can do it on its own. It's that was the only thing that was there. And what we've generated is loads of spiders. Come on, you hero leprechaun, recover. Make the most spectacular comeback ever. Nah, it didn't happen. Anyway, another non-everybody's dead day for me. Maybe I could have thought about that team a little bit more. I don't know, but hey ho, it happened. It's Guild Wars, and that is another 4 and 1 day. It happens. It did happen because it was there. Anyway, let's take a look at the overall score, which is not going to be anything spectacular again. 8,058. So. Nah, it's bad. Anyway, there it is. It's Guild Wars. I'll be back tomorrow for the next day, and hopefully one day I might actually be able to get a 5-0. Like 2 4 and 1s. That's not happened for a long time now. Like literally a few months or more. Anyway, there's a video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it or learned anything from it, or learned things not to do maybe on certain things, then hit the like and subscribe button, because I always show my Guild Wars battles as well as lots of other Gems of War stuff. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.